The ancient Egyptians, known for their remarkable achievements in architecture and engineering, mastered the art of building structures not only for religious grandeur and monumental beauty, but also as a strategic necessity for defense. Imagine a world thousands of years ago, where the fertile banks of the Nile were a beacon for prosperity and, simultaneously, a target for ambitions. The construction of fortresses and walls was crucial for safeguarding Egypt's riches from potential invaders. From the earliest dynastic periods, Egypt's landscape was dotted with fortifications designed to protect its territories. These fortresses were not randomly scattered but strategically positioned. Many were built along the Nile Delta and the eastern frontier, areas particularly vulnerable to attacks from neighboring powers. They acted as sentinels, standing guard against the unrelenting advances of the enemies who sought to plunder this land of plenty. A prime example of this strategic defensive network can be found in the Middle Kingdom era, around 2050 to 1710 BCE. The Egyptians constructed a series of fortresses in Nubia, present-day southern Egypt and northern Sudan. These structures not only served as military outposts, but also regulated trade and asserted Egyptian presence in these regions. Forts, such as the ones at Buhen, Semna, and Uranarti, were marvels of military architecture. Designed with thick mud brick walls and fortified gates, they were equipped to withstand prolonged sieges and housed troops ready to act at a moment's notice. The architecture of these fortresses was sophisticated and reflected a deep understanding of military needs. The walls were often inclined, making them more resistant to battering rams, and the entrances were narrow and fortified, creating choke points that could be easily defended. Towers were built at intervals along the walls, offering vantage points for the defenders to spot approaching threats and rain projectiles down upon them. But these fortresses served more than just a defensive purpose. Their presence along Egypt's borders acted as a physical reminder of the authority and power of the pharaohs. They were not only military installations, but also symbols of political and economic control. As time progressed, the Hyksos invasion during the Second Intermediate Period demonstrated the critical importance of robust defensive structures. It was this period of foreign rule which galvanized the Egyptians to further strengthen their fortifications. By the time the new kingdom emerged, Egypt's defensive architecture had evolved considerably. The famous city of Pi-Ramesses, believed to have been heavily fortified, showcased the culmination of centuries of architectural and military knowledge. In conclusion, the legacy of ancient Egyptian fortresses and walls is a testament to their strategic ingenuity and resilience. These imposing structures did not merely stand as barriers against invasion. They were embodiments of the civilization's desire to protect and preserve its rich cultural and historical heritage. Today, the remnants of these fortifications offer us a window into a world where survival hinged on the mastery of earth and stone, reaffirming the Egyptians' place as pioneers in the art of defense.